Coming to you from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, here in Gainesville, Florida. Oxford, Mississippi is the location this time. You're talking about Tiger Stadium, seats over 92,000. Coming to you live from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Here at the men's SEC basketball tournament on location, coming to you from beautiful Berkeley, California. Welcome back live to Piscataway, New Jersey. We're on the campus of Rutgers University.
Welcome to the hustle and bustle of Times Square. The Razorback Nation coming to you from New York City as our draft coverage continues.
A small advertising plane that was flying a banner around the stadium had to make an emergency crash landing in a field designated for tailgating. Not just baseball, but for SEC fans in general, you're about to get your own TV network. SEC TV. We'll talk about a hunt for a national championship coming up, but first the hunt for a strong finish for the Diamond Hogs. Arkansas tied for 5th place in the SEC West with just 9 conference games left. That's just Coach Smith being Coach Smith, one of the players said after the press conference, describing the lighthearted way in which he interacted with the media. In this day and age in college baseball, the team with the best pitching always has a chance to win. Very thrilled to have an in-studio guest today by the name of Chris Mortensen, the one and only Chris Mortensen. Jeff Long, happy to have you in our interview session today. You are the 2013 Athletic Director of the Year. How does that sound coming off the tongue?
Well, you know, it's always special to be recognized by your peers.
Has there ever been a time after what happened last year that you've been more motivated than right now?
I'm sure there probably has, but I'm the same guy every day.
They'll be excited. You got to rely on your training, your fundamentals. The first rep of every first game every year, whether they're experienced or not, it's faster than they expect.
For defensive line coach Charlie Partridge, it all starts with senior Chris Smith. Add tremendous speed to a bulked up 270-pound frame, and you have the most highly touted player on the entire D.
I'll tell these guys here all the time, man. I'm like, it's the best days of your life.
People called him Q, Quentin Caver, one of the most productive linebackers in Razorback history.
NIT Round 2 action, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the Cal Bears. A lot on the line. Can Arkansas advance to Round 3? Can these Razorback seniors live to play another day? Can Arkansas get revenge because Cal beat Arkansas earlier this year? The clouds are rolling in over Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, coached by this man, Nick Saban. He's got 4 national championships in his career, 3 here at Alabama, including back-to-back national titles. The Razorback Nation on location, reporting from enemy territory, coming to you from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And it's interesting when you talk about this matchup between #1 Alabama hosting a struggling Arkansas team that there's still this much fanfare and passion surrounding this game. Now for a very hard-hitting story, literally, a Category EF5 tornado slammed into the city of Moore, Oklahoma this week, killing 24 people, including 9 children. Still, countless lives were saved by pre-storm warnings and post-storm heroics by first responders, including one future Razorback baseball player who I caught up with Saturday at the heart of the destruction.
All my friends' houses in the neighborhood across was all gone and the school was gone. I thought all I could do was just go start helping pull people out.
Trey Edwards is a 2-sport star for Southmore High School, even earning a baseball scholarship from Dave Van Horn and the Diamond Hogs. But when Edwards arrives on the hill, he'll be bringing a life-changing experience with him.
You know, I saw from desk and people's legs, I saw a pole and a lady's head. I mean, I've seen everything. I've seen some kids pass away, and it's a sad deal.
Sad doesn't even come close to describing the devastation of the tornado's path. Literally just feet from hitting Edwards' house, destroying elementary schools, well over 1,000 homes leveled, churches, businesses, vehicles, trees. Few things above ground survived.
Coach come in talking about we need to put on helmets and go to this little room, and all you hear is like roars, like a train coming. You like feel it from like miles away.
Edwards' teammate Aaron Holder and his house survived the storm, but 21 members of the Southmore football team saw their homes reduced to rubble.
It's crazy just thinking about, I play with them, like we do everything to like help them out.
The coach is taking care of them. They're staying at his house, the family is.
Helping each other is what the city of Moore is focused on now. Hundreds have come from states away to witness, to rebuild, to just be there in a time of need.
I picked up an older lady. She's around 62. I had her in my arms, me and my friend Cody actually. We picked her up and sat her on the side, and all we could do was just comfort her. She was crying, and all we could do is just tell her everything was going to be all right.
And that neighborly love is all residents have left. That with true grit and resilience. See, this city knows about rebuilding. This is the third deadly tornado to strike Moore, Oklahoma in the last 14 years.
Yeah, they're strong. We're very strong. It's pride, loyal, love.
This community, we're one, and we're all behind each other, and it doesn't matter what's going on. Everyone just stopped what they were doing and just came in together as one and just helped each other, move on, and that's what we're going to do.
Moore, Oklahoma, my hometown, a tough, tight-knit community. I have no doubt they will fight to rebuild once again. I'm Aaron Peters coming to you live from Gainesville, Florida. We start the show tonight with breaking news, a very scary situation to report as tailgating and aviation do not mix. Earlier today, a small advertising plane that was flying a banner around the stadium had to make an emergency crash landing in a field designated for tailgating. We were able to get some video of this as it happened about a quarter mile directly west of my broadcast position here at the stadium. The details of this is the fact that the engine on the small private plane lost power. The two pilots had to cut the advertising banner to drop the drag, to drop the weight, and make that emergency landing. The good thing about it, nobody on the ground was hurt. It ended up hitting a pickup truck, upending that pickup truck and coming to rest against a chain link fence. Now, the two pilots of this plane were ejected from the plane and taken to an area hospital. A lot of the witnesses were telling me that because there was no power to the prop engine, you're talking about a 4 to 6 seat Cessna type plane, and with no power, it was just gliding in, so the tailgaters had no clue because they couldn't hear it as it silently made its approach for that crash landing. Of course, the best news is that no fatalities, and even the two pilots that were taken to the hospital, their injuries are not life-threatening, which is atypical of a lot of plane crashes, especially around a populated area, because you would obviously expect some injuries there, and none of that happened in this case with the exception of the two pilots, which are expected to be fine. So, a deep breath, a deep sigh of relief by a lot of the fans here after that incident just west of the stadium here in terms of tailgating and the small plane that had to make the crash landing just outside of the stadium. Now, inside the stadium, as I speak, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the Florida Gators. The Razorbacks do have possession of the football.
And then there's the weather.
There's a chance of rain for Saturday night. What are your thoughts on that?
Rain, rain, rain.
With the high likelihood of rain on Saturday night, the Razorbacks have been working with wet footballs all week in practice. Of course, most believe a torrential rainfall would only help the Razorback running attack. For SEC Football Tonight, I'm Aaron Peters.